Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bob's Pet Farm. Episode number 6 is on the horizon. We are back in it, and this is the half time of this project, and this is going to be a highlight. It was planned this way, that this is going to be one of 2 bigger highlights of this series, at least for me. I don't know how you'll see that, but for me it is a highlight. This is Bob's vineyard, so to say, and this is a little wine farm. Or like a grape farm, I should say, because wine is what you do out of it. But this is like, first of all, it's grapes that are obviously growing a lot in these little more hilly areas. And this is why I created this hill already way back in the first episode. And this is where the wine thing is going on, the wine farm, the grape farm is going to be. And I tried so many things, so many different, pieces and flowers until I was really happy. Like, honestly, this thing looks pretty believable, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. I'm super happy with the usage of pieces, and I'm also super happy with the fact that we will have some peafowls roaming around in here. That's something, I think this is, for me personally, I guess the best usage of peafowls so far in the game, not gonna lie. This is something I was really happy about, because I haven't used them so far. And yeah, this is what we're doing. We are doing the wine yard today. I'm still so happy about this project. In case you guys are new to this project, you're new to the channel, whoever, or maybe you're coming back from a break, whatever. This is pre-recorded, all pre-recorded way back in February. So in case you're missing out on some DLC pieces or new animals, I'm sorry they're not in. I still hope you're going to enjoy this series quite a lot, because this is something I could not do in advance, obviously, so please bear with me. This was important for my little daddy break, and yeah, who knows, maybe I'm already back, I don't know. And this is also the last episode in which I'm going to talk about this, because from the 7th episode on, I think everyone should be okay with why this is happening the way it is. You usually don't start with episode 7 of a series, so I'm quite sure that this might be then enough. But yeah, you can see I'm just doing the little blueprint over here of the, is this kind of a wine rack? How do you call that? But anyways, this is where the wine is growing, and again, I'm super happy with the blueprint I created over here, while we have the happy farm music going on in the background. I'm still quite happy with the music choice. I hope you're not tired of it yet. I'm not. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm actually grooving right now. I hope my microphone is not shaking too much, because that would obviously not be the best thing ever. But yeah, I think it's looking fairly decent. And you can see I utilized a little bit of the habitat trick over here to terraform as well. Unfortunately, I could only do these 3, and then I just need to copy them in the middle. And I think I managed to get 5 in, or 6 or so, and then I needed to copy it by hand. As you can see over here, it actually was only 3, so yeah. But I think it still looked fairly decent in the end. Throughout this entire build, I tried to become better at building this in a natural way, because the one thing that you always have about the creating templates is that it tends to look very repetitive after a while, because in order to make it not look repetitive, you need to have a variation of templates. And since this project was again kind of squeezed into my actual schedule, next to work and everything else, I needed to make it as efficient as possible. And I kind of I discovered a lot of more efficient ways of building these templates. And what I did here for the vineyard, you can see I made 2 or 3 different variants, and then just altered the copy pasting of the one stroke, so to say. And when I took the one stroke and copied that one, I sometimes just reversed a few pieces here and there, just changed them, and from this moment on you can keep on copy pasting, because then you have so much variation in that it just looks brilliant after a while as well. So it just looks very much realistic, because everything looks kind of the same, but then again it doesn't. This is how it is in real life as well. I mean, a wine plant looks like a wine, or a grape plant looks like a grape plant, but it obviously would not always be the perfect carbon copy of the other one. And if you alter color, the rotation of the pieces, and if you can, sometimes the color of the pieces, it just adds so much to making it more realistically looking. And I think this is what I just kind of succeeded with. I also put down a few rocks here and there, making this a bit more rocky, to make this really like a little hill section over here that makes sense. In the overall context later on, it looks kind of cool because I do a bit more of not terraforming, but most likely what I do pay attention to is making this all look, kind of embedded into an overall environment, which looks good enough, I guess, making a bit of a forest there and just making sure it all looks a bit more settled in. But yeah, so this is already preparation as well for the next episode, which, or next episodes, I should say. There will be like an apple farm, and we're also going to have like a river here filled in with otters. This is also going to be exciting. The game just drove me crazy, but other than that, it just worked out pretty fine. So you can see the vineyard is being done, and what I did as well over here is I created some pathway through here, simply because I wanted to make people move, through these vineyards, making sure that they go there, and to give them a reason to go there, we will have the peafowls roaming around. Again, I have no clue how this will turn out to be looking with people in. This will be something for the final tour we will do, but for the moment being, I'm just still happy with how that turned out. Now, what we also need is a barrel. We always need a barrel because wine is... there's just no way to not have a barrel, okay? You need a wine barrel. It is just the one thing you need to do. I kind of struggled a little bit to build the right version of it. At the end, I'm happy with the barrel I built. It's not the most perfect one, but I think it does its job. And I wanted to also make sure that I, keep the piece count. I want to say reasonable. It's still quite some pieces, but it's not as crazy as the one that our friend Haribo did. I remember that he did a crazy one for his build, which is insane. It looks insane, but again, the piece count is just way over the top. Which I talked about this in a showcase that's a couple of weeks ago, but for me personally, I love these kind of crazy builds when they are one-off, Remember when I did the shopping mall? I think I abused the pieces like crazy as well in this, making the smallest of details work somehow. But the problem is you put this building down and just half of the performance of your park is gone. And this is what I want to avoid, because this is something not everyone can enjoy. And I want this project here especially to be a downloadable file that nearly everyone can enjoy, okay? Nearly everyone on it doesn't matter which rig it is, can download this project and just have a go in it. And this is what I wanted to do. Yosemite Valley, for example, on the other hand, is a project that only just a couple of people in this world can run at a decent frame rate. And this is as cool as it is as a testing thing, as, unfortunate it is for most other people. And as much as they love the project, watching it, they potentially would have loved to also check it on their own computer, but if you only have like 12 FPS or like 8 FPS, that's not fun, that's not fun at all. And so I do understand, of course, why people then could be a little bit sad about it. And this is what I wanted to avoid with this project. I definitely wanted to make sure that you guys enjoy the project as much as it possibly can, with old content, so to say, but still when you download this, you enjoy it. And then again, on the other hand side, it might only be old content in terms of animals and in terms of stuff, but we all know that sometimes creativity outweighs the new stuff, and so I really hope that you guys enjoyed the project for what it is. And this is, again, going down the memory lane of experiences in your past, and I think especially for the Europeans, I definitely want to know what you guys connect to these kind of vineyards or wine fields, because again, this is something, of course, I always connect this to what I discovered. I love to go hiking here in Germany along the Rhine, because there are some beautiful spots of vineyards, and there's even something called the Rotwein-Wanderweg, which is basically the red wine hiking trail, if you would translate that literally. And if you do this in autumn, it's one of the most beautiful things you can do, when everything is like in these reddish colors. You have the vineyards and you have everything, like it's just it's beautiful. It's simply beautiful. When you wander along there, it's looking at all these wine fields, and the nature. It really is just something to enjoy and really to free your mind from all the stress of our daily life and all the shit going on. So I really do love that. So I really hope you guys do enjoy this as well. See, I'm just doing a few little bits and pieces here to make it look finished, and then we will see each other in the real-time part. So I hope you enjoyed this one so far, and now let's cut over to the real-time part. And here we are in the real-time part of what is potentially one of my favorite episodes in a long time in this game, and also of course then in this very special build over here. So this is the Peafowl vineyard, as we talked about, and you can see we have the peafowls over here, and this one is just showing you that they can basically move between all these little gaps in here pretty much just fine. And I used a lot of tricks to make this entire area obviously yeah, well, secure. You can see I used a lot of these elephant grass thingies to make sure that they cannot escape. I put a lot of barrels down just to make sure that the barrels are somewhat realistically for a vineyard. I mean, they don't have any purpose here other than making it look nice, because you would basically not put anything into these barrels here. You would bring this into like a wine cellar or something like that, and then you would, you know, make it there. But I don't know, I just needed this here to kind of give this a reason to be like this. Whoa, what are you doing there? You're just walking over. Never saw it walking over these things that nicely. Look, this is just... This looks kind of cool here on this. Oh my god, stop. I just like that. I want you to be staying here for a second, because that's kind of cool. It's just... I think I never did it over here like this, but I think this just looks fine. That looks cool. Thank you for making this possible. Also, like, walking over this thing looks kind of cool. Anyways, okay, yeah. So see, this is the vineyard, and I love the fact that, you know, this one is just moving in here, and later on when we've guests in here, they will also be able to walk through and watch the animals. They can still hide away. I think all these things count as a block, so they should have enough privacy to not stress out all the time. There is some water hidden in here as well, and everything that they need. So yeah, all in all, this is what we've created here for the peafowls, and there's another one over here. I just threw a lot of them in. This is also maybe the one animal that I don't do too many babies on, because honestly, the baby peafowls really don't look that great, and also, yeah, you wouldn't really pet them more than you would go in here with the older ones anyways. You know, whenever I think about peafowls, I always have seen the big male ones, already grown up ones. This is what I always used to see on farms and anywhere else. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the same. Where's the other one though? It just walked up here. Look at this, there you go. Look, already quite high up. I just like that. I like this. Look, I mean, this looks so cool, as if this is really on a normal vineyard thingy, and I'm just really happy about this. Anyhows, this is the real-time part for today's episode. There is already a little glimpse for the next one. Just showed you something. But this is, I needed to go into this file, because in the actual file from episode 6, I haven't put the animals in. So here you go. You've seen the animals as well. Now, I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I still hope you like this project a lot. But this is it for today's episode. Have a good time. Enjoy your wonderful day. Make sure to stay safe. And if you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. As always, this helps me out. Or like the video, comment down below if you have anything to say. And now I wish you the best of the day possible, whatever. Have a good time, stay safe, and goodbye, everyone.